I'm not gonna lie, the entire time we were getting ready for this story, I thought Dahvie Vanity was the lead singer from Brief Carolina. Oh. Then I realized he's like that guy from Blood on the Dance Floor. Mm-hmm. They did that song Sexting with Jeffree Star. Yeah, now I don't care anymore. Good morning, angels. Good morning, Charlie. Hell.
We in a hurry.
Okay. Before we get started, we'd just like to take a brief moment to say that the opinions stated in this video are just that, opinions. They are not facts, which means that they can't be proven right or wrong. And we don't want you guys to go to anybody else's page spreading hate, because honestly, it's just not worth it. Now, we don't apologize for how we feel, because that would be like apologizing for keeping it real. Love you, angels. Enjoy the show. Good morning, angels. I'm Nicky.
And I'm Mocha.
And this little dumpster fire you're about to watch is a little something we like to call tea time.
A channel where my father and I like to discuss YouTube drama in all its essence.
In all of its dirty little essence. Now, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And if you don't, oh well. All right, angels and the demons that hate watch us. If you were looking for a high point in this video, we are sad to report that you've already probably passed it. Yeah. We're not gonna front you here. This video is a bit serious. It talks about SA, so if that's like not your thing, little trigger warning, we are not gonna be mad if you go ahead and just skip it. Yeah. We'll catch up with you next week. Ain't nothing worth triggering yourself.
Give it a little like before you leave, though.
Right? And we will see you on the next one. Okay, so you guys might remember a little band by the name of Blood on the Dance Floor.
Very few of you guys may remember.
Yes, they are responsible for such riveting hits as
Sexting
and
Poison Apple.
You guys remember those hits, right?
That's all I can remember.
Well, it would appear that the lead singer of Blood on the Dance Floor, Dahvie Vanity, is pretty much the R. Kelly of electronica. In fact, what was this date? April 5th, 2019, Loudwire has reported that 21 women have come forth and accused Dahvie Vanity of Blood on the Dance Floor of probably gonna bleep that out.
You have to.
Yep. Now, it was apparently no secret that Dahvie Vanity liked to get handsy with the girls. It was just like everyone in Hollywood knew that, you know, Weinstein was giving the girls the casting couch treatment. Everybody in the band and everyone that was touring with Blood on the Dance Floor at the time apparently knew that Dahvie Vanity liked to have these underage girls back at the hotel room after all the shows.
Yeah, they never said anything. It was like, it's crazy. Like, I'd be like, oh, honey.
Well,
I can't.
But you know who did say something? Jeffree Star. At this point, you're probably thinking to yourself, what the hell does Jeffree Star have to do with all this? Yeah. Well, all of our 20-somethings. Before Jeffree Star was the HBIC at Jeffree Star Cosmetics, he was actually a musician. Break your heart and get away with murder. Came up, worked up the ranks through MySpace, which is something that we'll have to explain to you guys later.
Before Facebook was even a thing, there was MySpace.com.
It was kind of like Facebook, but, you know,
you got music on it.
Yes, yes. You could go to someone's page and they would, like, play their favorite song and you would always forget that your speakers were turned up all the way and you just got blasted with their favorite song that you didn't care for, but, you know.
Whatever.
You were on their page, so it was about them.
But he was a pretty good musician, I feel like. Like, his music was good. Like, not the first EP. Don't listen to it, y'all. If you choose to. Some of y'all like, bitch, we don't care. But, like, his music was pretty good.
I don't know. I don't remember hearing it.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, okay. No, we'll go with that. Nicky's never heard a Jeffree Star song at all.
No.
He's never listened to it on repeat.
Yes.
Danced around. Like, This never happened.
Now that all the facts are out there in the open, and we understand the dialogue, you know, but he had to be a pretty good musician because he was invited to go on tour with Blood on the Dance Floor.
Yeah.
And at one point in time, Blood on the Dance Floor was a pretty big deal, and not just in Japan.
Maya.
You shady bitch. All right, so they're on this tour or what have you. They're doing their thing, having their shows. I'm sure it was riveting.
Could have been.
You know what, though? When we were doing research for this show, you know how Jeffree Star said that he never drinks? Well, y'all, I'm here to tell y'all that we were watching a video doing some research for this show, and one of the girls that did a video on this, we'll put her down there in the box. But she was just like, well, Jeffree Star got so drunk one night at one of these shows that he kicked somebody in the face.
In fact, I actually happened to catch him on tour a couple times, but that's a whole other story. Actually, it's not. On one of the occasions, he got so drunk he kicked someone in the crowd, and it was a whole mess.
And she went to the show.
She was
there. She was a
there.
fan, honey.
2.5 stars. Very ghetto. Wouldn't recommend. But anyway, the minute the tour wrapped, Jeffree Star jumps on Twitter.
He sure does.
Talking about how Dahvie was a predator.
We saw Dahvie bringing underage girls to his hotel rooms and doing things. 100% illegal.
And he was sick. You know how Jeffree does. He's sick! He's disgusting!
Yeah.
He's vile!
I no longer support Blood on the Dance Floor music and how disgusting Dahvie is.
Y'all know how Jeffree, he probably did it just like that. But, you know, Jeffree at the moment, you know, did the right thing.
He spoke out about once the tour ended.
Yeah,
like,
once he made his money.
The payment was in his bank account.
Exactly. As soon as the last payment went through, Jeffree was like, oh, cleared the bank, cleared it. All right, he's sick!
He did speak out. I don't know. It's a little credit. He spoke out.
Yeah, contractually obligated, I guess, is the word. You know, because if we're going to, in defense of Jacqueline, say well, she's contractually obligated, she has to.
Yeah.
I guess we... You know, we don't want to be hypocrites or say one thing one minute and another thing another minute, you know, when it's convenient for us.
Yeah, that happens a lot on Twitter.
Yeah, we've seen that, you know. And it's
So-
just, we don't, and it's disgusting.
It's sick!
It's vile. So we don't want to do that. So, you know, it would appear for the moment he did the right thing.
Yeah.
But you know, the story always takes a twist. Well, I just think it's kind of funny how not even a year later, old Jeffree was on Twitter talking about some, what'd he say?
He said that he and Dahvie Vanity, they're good. They're like brothers. Move on from the past. Apparently, he needed more money because...
Before we even move on to that, bitch, are you sick?
Are you disgusting? Are you vile?
Are you vile? Like, so all of these victims need to move on from the negativity.
Yeah.
Because
don't forget to smile or something.
Don't forget, move on from the negativity and
Yes.
don't forget to smile.
Something along those lines.
Because you obviously needed a check because you were in the studio recording new music with them not much later.
Yes.
And then y'all went on another tour, the Warped Tour, I believe.
The Warped Tour.
Oh.
I always wanted to go on the Warped Tour. Like, go to a performance.
You know the Warped Tour is over now, right?
Yeah.
They canceled it.
Yeah.
Well, when Warped Tour was a thing, Jeffree Star decided to remind everybody that they need to move on from the negativity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if they were assaulted, they need to move on from the negativity.
And they need to buy Blood on the Dance Floor's next album.
They better be getting
so
it.
you better buy it.
So you better be getting it.
Yes.
It's just so crazy because Jeffree Star, like, it's just become proven to me that he's the type of person that it's just like paycheck over principles.
Yeah.
Right? Because whenever the tour was over, he wanted to announce that it was a problem.
Yeah.
That, you know, Dahvie had apparently been taking these girls, these underage girls, these 16-year-old girls.
Or 14,
16.
too.
What?
14 to 16.
Okay, that is...
Yeah.
Dude, okay. We'll get more on that later. So... But, you know, the tour was over, the contract was already done, boom, boom, boom. It's disgusting, it's sick, it's vile. He gets another opportunity to go on Warped Tour, and he's like, well, that's my girl, we can shoot it. Y'all just need to move on. Y'all just need to do something else. Like,
Bitch, are you sick?
Are you sick? But this isn't the first time that Jeffree has done something like this. So, do y'all remember, not so long ago, Jeffree called someone else a predator? Y'all remember? So, James Charles, who was eerily creeping up the top of the YouTube charts, about to kick his little ass to the side and be the #1 beauty influencer. Then all of a sudden, Jeffree Star, without any receipts, anything,
None.
nothing, no proof,
He didn't have anything.
just comes out publicly and says James Charles is a predator. Now, listen, do I think James Charles is a predator? No. I think he's a 21, 22-year-old version that gets a little bit excited whenever men give him attention.
He flirts.
He flirts a
little
lot
bit.
with men, from what we know now. Now, if something comes out in 10 years, first of all, I'm a Gemini. I reserve the right to change my mind.
And I'm a woman. We all change our mind all the damn time.
So, but from what I see right now, homeboy just ain't had the cherry popped. So, he thinks that men are a little bit better than they actually are.
Yeah.
Boy, do you have a rude awakening coming.
Okay. Once he gets those legs in the moon, honey, he's gonna be like, well, damn.
Fast forward a couple of months, Jeffree Star retracts his statement, says that James Charles isn't any of those things.
Yeah.
Basically lets it go, lets it die. Did James Charles know some tea that we all don't know and the lawyers got involved and everybody shut up? We don't know. We have no idea. Could be, couldn't be. But what I do know is, at this point, I can't trust a word that Jeffree Star says.
Not that for a very long time.
If it weren't for the fact that these girls have already come forth and there are like open court cases about it, then the whole thing would be shaky. But I believe victims of, gonna have to bleep that out, so just use your imagination. But I believe victims because like no harm comes from actually investigating and seeing what happened and seeing what took place, right?
Yeah.
So, but just on the strength of Jeffree Star saying it, no, because his principles are ruled by his pocketbook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because all of a sudden, Jeffree Star, or James Charles is #1, and Jeffree Star is tweeting James Charles talking about how sick his look is.
Yeah.
How, you know, I don't know if y'all saw, James Charles posted a look the other day, and Jeffree Star is like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, you slayed it, babe.
Yeah.
You killed it. And as far as I had seen, like, James Charles paid it dust, and I hope he continues to.
I would too. I'm like, screw you, honey.
Then you just
gonna
call
put
me
out all those allegations about me, and then all of a sudden
we're supposed to be good?
Girl, bye. Bye, honey.
What a rude bitch.
Like, what a rude bitch.
No, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, here we are in this whole confusing-ass story. We don't even know what's going on. All we know is that, you know, the court system has seemingly caught up with Dahvie. You know.
They snatched him.
They snatched him
like
up.
Honey, they snatched him up.
I'm gonna have to bleep that out. Well, I mean, wait a minute. Does YouTube know, you know, because there are levels, right? You know, certain communities call it...
Oh, bleep that out.
Other communities call it...
Bleep it out.
And then you got the gays. We call her Miss Rona. Like, you know, so... Trying to approach this story with a little... Like, I think... From a personal perspective, I was like, you know what? I want to start approaching stories, yes, with humor, but with a bit more empathy, right? And sort of understanding where people are coming from. And that was probably making that oath to myself. This was probably the worst story to do it.
To start off with.
Right, to start, because I was just like, I do not understand. I've never understood, like, men's desire to, like, do the monkey with, like, younger women.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking, I was like, okay, so if we're going to empathize here, like, let's try to, like, so let's say it was your little sister, right? Like, if my little sister, it was prepositioned by some guy, she's 14, 15 years old, by some guy, you know, my first thought would be, like, he's a loser. Why, like, why? He's such a loser.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but just to me, like, from my own personal thing, like, I couldn't even take that seriously. Like, I'm sorry. I look at, like, 14s, 15-year-olds now, and I'm like, your face ain't done cooking.
Okay.
Like, you need a little bit more time in the
child.
oven. You're a child. You're a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, can do it. But then it kind of hits close to home because the real tea is, I'm going to hit y'all with some real tea.
Oh.
Y'all know, in the gay community, right? Since we're here, y'all ain't gonna let this go nowhere. So some of the men in the gay community have a thing for like petite, small-bodied individuals.
Yeah.
And so like I have friends who at 15, 16, 17 years old were, they'll very openly, tell me, we've had candid conversations where, they were on hard times. They wouldn't have made it through if they wouldn't have had, these 40, 45, 30-something-year-old men, you know what I'm saying, lining their pockets in exchange for a little something.
Yeah.
And the craziest thing is they didn't even understand that they were being taken advantage of until I was just like, they're like using you and then going home to their wives, right?
Yeah.
Like, but they didn't even get it because I guess they kind of looked at it like a means to an end.
Yeah.
Now, I never personally had those problems. Like, listen, I believe that men of that type that like younger people, like, first of all, something about like their smallness makes them like more submissive. I've been, well, I think they think that it is because like, I've been the size and shape of a grown man since I was 10. I got that smart mouth. Men don't like that. Well, I mean, real men do.
Okay.
Real men do. But,
Yeah.
They want somebody who's going to, like, sit there and roll over and, shuck and jive for them. And that's just never been my thing. I'm not that kind of person.
Never mine either.
I'm 21 since I'm 17. So, I've always had a real smart mouth, a real fast mouth about me. And, wasn't no way. I just think, even at that age, I was like, you a little old for me, aren't you?
But whenever I was younger, I liked the older guys, though.
Okay, my question is, did they like you back?
Who doesn't like me back?
Well,
no, I'm
okay,
just joking.
but here's the thing. Do you, like, now, at this age, do you see how that's
definitely.
slightly inappropriate?
Honey, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, like me now at my age, I'm like, what would you have wanted with me at 14? What would you have wanted from me at 15? Oh, honey, I was built like a man. I've been built like a man since I was 12. But, there are some, especially in the community, and this is how, to me, it kind of relates to young women is, they're underdeveloped. They're not even, but some of these 14, 15-year-old girls
are like, their hips, like, they already, like, developed.
Yeah, but here's the thing is, like, you can't even they're not even ready to converse with you on such a level where they can have an intelligent conversation.
They're not mentally developed.
Like,
physically maybe, but, like, not mentally at all.
Well, we'll say some, because I know some 30-year-olds who is just like, are you dumb?
Well.
So, I mean, that's a wide brush we're painting with.
That's another story for
another day.
Time,
But, no, it's definitely, like, what do you guys think? Do you guys ever think it's a little sketch whenever, aside from the fact that it is extremely illegal?
Yeah.
Like, it's not legal. Secondly, it's kind of gross.
It's
Thirdly,
disgusting and vile. It's sick.
It is. It is all of those things. I don't know. For me, it's just like you can look at someone and be like, oh, what a cute kid.
Yeah.
You see the last thing I said? What a cute kid.
Yeah.
And then you just move on.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, he's going to be cute whenever he gets older.
Yeah,
he's
like,
going to be breaking some hearts.
Right, like, what an
adorable.
Snatching the hearts, right?
Yeah.
But we have no business, How was homeroom? Oh, really? Your locker's on the second floor? Really far away from everything else, huh? Oh.
Sucks, sorry.
Sucks to suck. Well, you know what I did back in my day. And that's it. I really can't understand the mental capacity of somebody who is, trying to hit on 12-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds. Like, it's just, what can they do for you? They're not even...
It's like a fetish.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Leave your thoughts in the comments, guys. We appreciate you so much. We are going to, there are going to be some cut-ins from some other creators that we used to help sort of put this together and scope this story. We definitely want to give credit where credit is due, so we're going to put them in the description box below.
Check out their videos in entirety.
Also, we are going to be live tonight at 7. Damn it. So here's the thing.
Always do
no,
it.
because in my head, I'm like, I know exactly what I'm going to say. And then the minute I go to say it, I'm like,
choke you out, honey.
But
like
that
a cock in your throat.
That's going to be 7 Pacific, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Bam! And next time I'm going to do it for y'all, and I'm not going to flub it up.
Well,
yes,
damn.
I am. Anyway, down low in that description box down there, you're going to find all of our social media handles, and there are going to be some end screens here and probably here to some previous content that we did. Love if you guys would check that out too, because, you know, we do this every week. We love you so much. We'll be live tonight. Can't wait to see you guys. We'll probably veer into a different topic because this one's a little heavy. But, you know, hang out with us. Love you so much. Until next time, keep sipping.